Hello everybody, and welcome now to build update number 5. And in build update number 5 we're getting the painting done. Yep, and we're getting the tiger all nicely painted up with camouflage, and getting the figures painted as well. So I've made a start on it. If I'll just readjust the camera there down to the bench. Bing, bing, think. There we go, down to the bench. As you see, I'm after giving it a base coat of Hull Red, okay, XF9, where are we, XF9 Hull Red, okay, I'm after giving it a base coat of that, or an undercoat, shall we say. It's more of an undercoat than a base coat. So the undercoat is XF9. Reason I give it an undercoat, if I'm not going for the black and white technique, I use the black and white technique for monotone, when you're just having the one colour. Otherwise I just give it a base coat of whatever I have lying around, really. I like using that, the XF9, the Hull Red. It can show up any areas that you got to, that need filling, sanding or whatever. So I'm happy with that after giving it its base coat. I have all the figures base coated in the exact same, and now it's time to start getting the proper colours onto it. Okay, for the base coat for the camouflage is XF60 dark yellow. For the brown I'm going to use XF68 NATO brown, and for the green, yep, you guessed it, XF67. There we go, XF67 NATO green. That's the green and the brown for the camouflage, and the sandy yellow or the dark yellow colour. Okay, so I'm going to, that's done now. I did that yesterday. It's all dry. I'm happy enough with how it came out. If you look closely there, I'm really happy with how the Zimmerit works. It looks realistic. It really does. I'm really happy with how that came out. My first attempt at Zimmerit. Thrilled to bits with that, and thrilled to bits with how everything came out. To be quite honest with you, I'm really happy with it so far. The build went very good, but then again, it's a TAMIYA, so what you expect. So I'm going to go ahead now, and I'm going to give it a coat of the XF60 all over again, and that will be the base coat then for the camouflage, because the camouflage is 3-tone. It's got the desert yellow, or the dark yellow, the brown and the green. So I'm going to get ahead with that. I'll show you then when I get to that stage what that looks like. Okay. Okay, now I have it at the base colour stage, the desert yellow or the dark yellow or whatever yellow you want to call it. There we go. Now we got to start adding the camouflage, the green and the brown little stripes, covered in little green and brown stripes. Try and get it as close to Whitman's as I possibly can. Don't know how it's going to work out. We'll give it a go. That's all I can do. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that. I suppose I'll start with the brown. I'll do the brown first. Okay, so XF69. There you go. Or XF68, should I say? XF68 NATO brown. Not 69. So XF68 NATO brown. I'm going to do that next, and I'm going to get the start of the camouflage pattern done. Right, so as you can see, I'm after getting the brown done. Okay, squeak squeak. There's the brown done, and on the turret as well. So now I'm going to go in with the green. Okay, and like I said earlier on, I'm going to use XF67. XF67. Getting light as there. XF67 NATO green. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead with that, get the green done. then we'll have a look at the green, and then it's on then to the detail painting and just general tidy up. Then it'll be painted, and then it's on then to the tracks have to be done. So still plenty to do in just the painting alone before I even touch on the weathering. So I'll get the green done, we'll have a look at that then when that's done. Oh, there she is with the brown and the green done. I'm happy with it. I really am, actually. I'm very happy with that. So now it's time to do the detail painting. Okay, a little bit of detail painting on it. We've got the toe ropes, the cleaning rods there. We've got tracks to do. There's this fire extinguisher. There's the tools on the front, the block, and the little shooty things, little machine gun shooty things. They've all got to be detail painted. Again, the tracks and the winch here at the back. So that's still plenty. That's plenty of little bits and pieces to be getting involved with. Plenty to do. Oh yeah, we've got the aerial here as well. That's got to be painted up as well, and it's getting the exhaust stacks here, getting them ready for rusting up. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with all the detail painting. So I'm going to get that done. When all that's done, again as usual, we'll have a look at that. We'll see what it looks like. So then after that then I suppose it'll be getting the decals on. So we're getting there slowly but surely, but we're making progress, and that is. So final little look at her there before she gets the detail painting. Happy enough with that, and the view from the top. Okay. So that's the detail painting done, or the camouflage done, and now on to the detail painting. So there we go. I have the decals on, and I've them bedded in nicely as well. I can even make out the Zimmer through the numbers. Plenty of I can't remember whether it's the microsol or microset, whichever is the second one you put on, the one that kind of beds them in. It had plenty of coats of that. So as you can see, they've been bedded in nicely. Okay. We have the unit mark there on the front. Okay, 101st Heavy Tank Battalion of the 1st Panzer Regiment, or 1st Panzer Division, SS Panzer Division. There's the decals, all nicely in place. Okay, and all the detail painting done. So what's left for the tank is the gloss coat. Start getting it weathered, start getting it to look a bit more normal. That whole sort of factory fresh look, it's too bright. it needs dirtying up again. The figures, I've made a start on them. Getting there slowly but surely. They're all in around that state. I got to do the skin and the other, the shirt and boots, other little bits and pieces to go onto them, plus the badges, their belts, all that kind of stuff. That all has to be done. It's getting there. The base colour's down for them. So tonight now I'm going to start working on the figures, get more work done on the figures. I also want to do a bit of chipping in various little spots on the vehicle as well. Okay, just a little bit of chipping to be done on that. So I still have plenty work to get done. So I'll do some more of that and we'll have a look at that then when all that's done. Okay, so now, as you can probably see there in the background, I have the tank glass coated now. Decals are all on glass coated. I'm going to leave that bake in properly now this time. The last time I didn't give it enough time between coats. I'm going to give that another glass coat now tomorrow, and then I'm going to leave that again for another while and then do the weathering on it. It's just the type of weathering I did the last time. I found it a little bit harsh and I was taking off bits of paint with it. So hopefully now I can leave the glass coat on long enough that it'll properly cure into it, and when I get the weathering and start removing the excess, then I won't be taking any paint with it. Here's a close-up of the figures anyway. Here's this figure I'm not really too happy with. It's more his face is very sort of dead face on him anyway. This was the guy that came with the kit, so he'd have been one of the original TAMIYA figures. Not a great head in him at all, but now they are glass coated, so don't worry about that. It'll be all dulled back down again. But there's the camouflage done on the trousers. Okay, using the same pattern then throughout the figures, rather than going changing the pattern. It's kind of my version of the P dot camo. It actually looks okay without the gloss. Actually, when it's kind of toned down, it looked quite nice. So therefore, once that gets a wash now and a dull coat, they'll be brilliant. I'm going to give them a black wash just so it'll go into kind of the creases, darken up those little areas, and then I'll give it a dull coat. But there's a chap sitting down with his cigarette. Okay. Here's our chap with the pipe. Okay. If you remember this guy here, I decided to give him a mug. Abby told me to give him a mug, so I gave him a mug. And inside in the mug, he's got a little bit of coffee left in the bottom of his mug, so he's happy enough. All I did there was I just got an ordinary little mug. You get them as sort of add-on bits and pieces, various different kits, and just put a drop of white glue in there. It'll eventually just settle, go clear or whatever, and you can paint it then. So that's what I did with that. So he's got a drop of coffee in the bottom of his mug. Nice figure this one actually. I like the expression on his face. Oh, I know my painting isn't the best. I never said it was, but I'm happy with him. I really am. Okay. And finally we've got our commander. Okay. From certain angles now, he kind of reminds me of, if anybody ever seen, I think it's where Eagles Dare, the one with Clint Eastwood and Richard Burton, and you have the blonde-haired German SS officer. He's been in quite a few films, but I think that kind of looks like him. If you think so, let me know. So before I go on to do all of them now, the next step, like I said, should I say now, for them is the weathering process. So before I do that, I'm going to finish this video. That's enough for this one. The next video then will be the weathering. So thank you very much for taking your time out watching this. Don't forget to stay tuned to the channel for further updates, and of course join me on Monday for my bum with myself and Abs. So until then, until we meet again, should I say, enjoy your modelling, stay safe, and go out and buy yourself a kit, build it and enjoy it.